It's a beautiful warm evening here at International Drive, and just visible from the other side of the road you can see a couple of the many restaurants that are in the area. There's one of the nighttime attractions, which I believe is some sort of dinner show. There's a great deal of entertainment happening all around, especially at night, and that three-wheel transport is one of the novel taxis that go about. Here's a side view of the Embassy Suites. That's the hotel next door to us. And this is midweek, where there are more spaces available for parking. And at the farthest end of the hotel you can get a good look at part of the I-4, which is actually a motorway. So yes, the Interstate 4, it runs from Daytona area, passes right through Orlando and ends up somewhere in Tampa. Right over the back lies the whole of Universal Resort, which is quite huge. It comprises of 2 theme parks, several resort hotels, and now there's a brand new water park just opened. This is just a glimpse at the entrance to our hotel, and there's another three-wheel taxi going by. That car you see is actually making a U-turn. There aren't any roundabouts here at all, and that particular turning is reasonably straightforward as opposed to some of the places which require a little more planning if you're not too familiar with the area. And there's another little cluster of shops and restaurants over the road. You can see the pizza place and the supermarket. There's also an extremely large gift shop. As I said, there is a great deal happening day and night, especially night. We're back at the Pirate Adventure Golf, and I believe the galleon here is part of the walkway. There's a lot of places like this where people go to chill out after the hustle and bustle of all the theme parks. Although I can tell you that most of the theme parks will be very much up and running for quite some time. This is the corner of Sand Lake Road, which is about to join International Drive. And there's Perkins Restaurant with a large US flag flying. This is the top side of Sand Lake. You've got Ponderosa, which is a really popular buffet, eat as much as you can restaurant. Information Centre, that's the lighthouse there. Magical Midway, which is a small amusement park area, but with big thrill rides. And themed gift shops like this one. You'll find this has 2 levels. This was the night of the presidential election, where the Orlando Eye had become an actual pie chart, believe it or not. It does have different lighting effects where it can go through individual colours, duo colours and multicolours like you see here. For some reason I think it's temporarily stopped. It normally goes very slowly, but from this close up you can usually see it moving. Oh, and it's just started up again. I'm trying to catch some of the feel of what it's like to actually be here. It's definitely very atmospheric, and this wheel looks really huge, it really does. See that yellow cab? I bet it's not called an actual yellow cab. It will probably be called anything but a yellow cab. Because whenever I see the words yellow cab on the side of a taxi here, it's usually orange. The fountain is also another feature of the Eye. and changes colour accordingly, as well as go through various sequences, especially to any music being played at the time. This is Saturday night, so a lot more busy than it has been through the week. All the bars and restaurants will be packed at this point in time, no doubt. Although it is November, it's still pretty mild, as you can see by how people have dressed for the evening. There's hardly any wind either. There's another fountain sequence. There's also an actual live DJ out in the open, just in front of the eye. I'm not sure if these have been preset or whether they are actually dancing to the music being played right this moment, but they're quite effective and do add to the ambience of the whole thing. It's certainly a very popular place to come to at night for people of all ages. I do remember the Mikado Mediterranean village that once stood here, which also had a good evening atmosphere. But sadly that's long been demolished and all the space just lay empty for years. Right up until about 2 or 3 years ago, and that's when Merlin Group started construction on the site. And this is the end product, which I'm personally impressed with. I'm also impressed with this camera as well. I've not long been using the 4K, but the quality is really good. And even when downgraded to HD, it's still very good. In fact, it appears to have more clarity than any other HD cameras I've used so far. The wheel is one of 3 attractions here. The other 2 are Madame Tussauds as well as a Sea Life Centre. You'll find a similar thing in London, except you have to travel to get to the different attractions. However, in Blackpool in the UK, it can offer a similar experience as it has the Tower i360 experience. And within a small walk, you have the Sea Life Centre and Madame Tussauds. They're all within easy reach. Let's take a ride and see what Orlando looks like at night. At this point in time, most people have the capsule to themselves, which is quite nice, and they are able to hold 15 people at a time. It's also the first wheel ever to use a design based on ski lift capsules, so that when you are travelling up to 400 feet in the air, you'll get a really, really smooth ride and no swinging about either. Here we are, and it is smooth, and you get to see the best views of Orlando and its surrounding areas. There's the magical Midway Towers standing out over the back there. International Drive in front, as well as the I-4 just behind. Unfortunately, there's a few spots of rain which have slightly distorted the view. You can see it coming in now. The square green mass just below is actually the Pirates Adventure golf course we saw earlier. And although you can't actually see it, I promise the whole of Walt Disney World is up over on the horizon. Although during the daytime you can see Spaceship Earth as well as Cinderella's castle, and that area covers a whole whopping 43 square miles. Road travelling to the right is Universal Boulevard, and if you follow it, you will end up at Universal Studios Resort. There's the main entrance and fountains. just looks like a seafront, doesn't it? But it's not, I promise you. It's just green fields, trees and lakes and the likes. The blue building over the back is the Rosen Centre, and there's a better look at the Pirates Gulf below, as well as the castle hotel right in the middle there. Another look at Interstate 4 running parallel to International Drive. The road just below running horizontal is, I believe, called Mikado Way. I think it's called Mikado Way. These seem to be the default colours, red and white, which denotes the Coca-Cola colours. Exactly the same idea for the London Eye. Thanks for watching, and do check out my channel for similar uploads. Also, don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you subscribe, then you'll be up to date with all my future movies. I'll see you all again on YouTube.